calling it a huge win. The Nelson County Sheriff's commenting tonight after the killer in the case of Crystal Rogers was finally convicted.
Sheriff Raymond Pinaroa has been on the case since day one and spoke to Madison Elliott.
The community tells us the conviction of Brooks Houck brings some type of closure, but it's not over yet. As we spoke with the Nelson County Sheriff, her body is still missing. Nelson County Sheriff Raymond Pinaroa sat down with us one day after a jury found Brooks Houck guilty of murder and Joseph Lawson guilty of conspiring. Pinaroa was in the courtroom with Rogers' mother, Sherry Ballard, when the verdict was read.
Get a conviction, that was huge.
But he says true closure won't come until Rogers' body is found, and those efforts have never stopped.
And until we do, there's still that open wound for them.
While the verdict brings some closure, he believes it could be just the beginning.
This is a verdict that set the tone.
During the trial, prosecutors named Houck's mother, Rosemary, and brother Nick, a former Bardstown police officer, as co-conspirators in the case. However, they've never been charged.
More to come and bad news for him.
While answers are slowly emerging in Rogers' case, many wonder if this case will fuel new discovery into other unsolved homicides. Bardstown police officer Jason Ellis and Rogers' father, Tommy Ballard. Pinaroa believes there are a lot of similarities in these cases.
Crimes are done and things came out that got them busted on Crystal's case. And it could be a trickle down.
And as for Special Prosecutor Shane Young previously stating the gun used to kill Tommy Ballard was purchased from Nick Houck, Pinaroa hinted more could soon be revealed.
It would be bad for me to speculate or say something on a possible pending case, so.
But more to come on that, it sounds like.
There'll be more to come.
In Bardstown, Madison Elliott, WLKY News.
Shane Young, the special prosecutor in Rogers' case, is also the prosecutor for the Jason Ellis and Tommy Ballard case.
Tonight, we're breaking down the second Crystal Rogers murder trial with the help of a legal expert. From the witness testimony to the evidence and the guilty verdict. WLKY's Alexis Matthews followed the trial from the beginning and joins us now with more on The View through his legal lens. Alexis?
Well, Rick, sitting inside of the courtroom each day, I took handwritten notes, gathering information to report to you all from my vantage point of the trial since no cameras were allowed inside. Now, I wanted to hear from an expert who analyzes one of the most high-profile cases Kentucky has seen. After the guilty verdicts in the 10-day trial related to Crystal Rogers' disappearance, I had questions for legal experts about this unconventional case.
It's difficult. I was talking to another agency before about how difficult it would be to try to get a conviction by a prosecutor when there's no body. You know, the defense can always argue that that alone is a reasonable doubt.
With no physical evidence linking Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson to Rogers' murder, prosecutors called witnesses to make the connection. The trial saw explosive testimony from dozens who took the stand.
A good lawyer can usually find a way to get a hearsay admitted. And when it is, and if the prosecutor has such damaging hearsay as that hearsay in this trial was, it can be very powerful upon the jury.
The shocking claims continued as prosecutors name-dropped additional members of the Houck family they called co-conspirators in Rogers' disappearance. Murphy explains that may be a strategy for future arrests.
This is a matter that I believe most people, including the government, is going to want to close the book on.
Murphy also explained the anxiety-filled waiting game and attorneys' uncertain mindsets during jury deliberations. The jury in Rogers' trial took 4 hours to return a guilty verdict, asking just one question to the judge in the process.
Every time the jury asks, as they did in this case, for additional information or additional testimony to be repeated, it drives the lawyers crazy because they're thinking that's an insight into what the jury's thinking, and that therefore that could be a clue to what they're going to ultimately decide, which again may or may not have anything to do ultimately with their verdict.
Now, Mark Murphy, professor of law at U of L, also expects the judge to accept the jury's recommendation for Houck and Lawson's sentencing. Life in prison for Houck and 25 years for Lawson. In studio, I'm Alexis Matthews, WLKY News.